separate your bodice into panels, okay? And this is going to be really helpful as we move forward, opening up darts and closing darts and adding things on and things like that, okay? So for our purposes, I've just got this basic bodice front here, just something simple for us to work with, okay? And I am going to extend the neckline. Now we talked about this last week and we did it in set increments, either 1 inch or 2 inch or ½ inch, something like that. But for now, I'm just gonna do a simple, nothing. I'm not gonna measure it out. I'm just gonna give us a quick neckline, okay? So we can go in and figure out, what the spacing is and things like that. But for now, that's not important. We just have a new neckline. And what I want to do is separate these into 2 different panels, okay? So how I'm going to do this is I am going to come over to my pen tool and clicking on this anchor point, I'm going to extend this neckline out. And now I'm going to do the same thing up here at the top. Okay, so you'll see, if we kind of click off of it, I've got this neckline extended out, okay? What I need to do now is I am going to, actually, you know what? First, I'm going to come in and make this stroke really small, okay? What I've got here is a ½ inch stroke, which we've kind of been working in 0.25, but it's just a little easier to see. I'm going to make this really tiny. So I'm going to come in and do it at 0.1, okay? So let's look at that. See how small that is? You can barely see it, okay? So I'm going to kind of zoom in so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, so I've got this at 0.1. Now I'm going to come up to the top. I'm going to go to Object, scroll down. Oh, sorry, I got to click on it first. Sorry. Go to Object, scroll down to Expand, and this box is going to come up. And be sure that both fill and stroke are checked and press OK. Now what this has done, and you can't really see, is it's turned this into an object that has a stroke and a fill, okay? And we're going to use this to separate this panel from this panel. So let's see. Now, oh, real quick, we want to be sure that this line is on top of this line. Now it should be, okay, but sometimes it's not just because of the way that we've done things. So I'm going to come up to the top, Object, Arrange, and I'm going to do Bring to Front, okay? Now you won't really see anything happen. Illustrator works in layers, so every time you do something, you're doing it on top of what you just did, okay? So we want to be sure that this is on top of this. So just go ahead, do Object, and Arrange, Bring to Front. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to my right-hand side, and these 2 little squares, it's called Pathfinder. I'm going to click on that, and I have a bunch of options here, and the one I want to choose is minus front, okay? So there's an empty square in front of a full square. So I'm going to click minus front. All right, hold on. Let's edit, undo, subtract. Okay, sorry. Let me click off this. Shift. We want to shift click all this. Sorry about that. Okay, now minus front. Okay, there we go. So you see how those 2 little lines went away? It's basically cutting this here, okay? Now, before I can really do anything with this, I need to right click, ungroup, okay? Now let's zoom back out and you'll kind of see what I've done, all right? So I'm going to click here and now you see this is its own shape. Now I'm going to click here, that's its own shape, okay? So what I can do, I can move this around, okay, as its own thing. And if I were just doing necklines, I could delete it, okay? This is a lot easier than doing the scissors tool like we did last week, but I wanted to show you that as well. So let's edit, undo clear, okay? So that is how you separate panels out in your bodice or on any sloper that you're working on. And this is going to be useful as we move forward. So I hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for more tutorials. Thanks, bye.